Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to my small backyard vegetable garden here in central Victoria. I was out here late yesterday in the rain getting a brick base all set up for my big strawberry tub. I was very happy to get that sorted out, and I found a whole heap of terracotta crocks in an old wine barrel that had rotted through in my front garden, so I gathered those up. I also broke a few more terracotta pots, just some cheap ones, so I have plenty of drainage for the bottom of that big tub. After getting it set up on the brick base, I had planned to just dump a whole heap of soil in there and get the strawberries replanted, drill a hole for drainage and leave it at that. But because it is a tank with a base and there is no drainage, I want to go about this very carefully so I don't end up with just a sludgy mess at the bottom when it is all planted up. Because we have a lot of rain due this weekend, I'm going to drill the holes for the drainage and just see how fast that water gets away. I would like to have a little reservoir of water at the bottom around where all the terracotta pieces are, just so it has a little bit of moisture in the soil. Now, as to how much drainage I'll need for that to happen, this weekend is a perfect time to test that with all the rain. So I won't be hurrying to fill it, and I'm just going to sit tight and see how fast that water disappears out with the drainage holes. I did get the lemon verbena potted up and I gave it a good trim back. I pruned some of the apple branches there where I was working. I also gave the lemon tree a little bit of a prune to make it easier to work around. I'm using the straighter apple canes that I cut off, and I've added those to my little woven fence. And because I wanted to build up the soil where the rhubarb are going to be planted, I went looking and found these quartz rocks that I'd had stored waiting for a job for them, and I used those just so I could build up the soil with more organic matter. Because we are due rain this weekend, I am going to make use of that and mix up some soil food so that I can spread it out over the garden beds and the rain can water it down into the soil. I'm just making a mix of blood and bone, some worm castings, and some dynamic lifter. No precise measurements, just a couple of small pots of each, so it's of similar amounts, and I'm just going to mix those together and spread it out over the top of the straw. I've only just started using the worm castings and buying it in bags, so that is something I'm just trialing and I am liking the results. I do need to make a bit of a shopping list and visit you know where and stock up on all my organic fertilizers so that I have plenty going into spring. I've also been saving all our eggshells for the past couple of weeks, and I have had them in the oven and dried them out, so I need to break those all up into a fine powder so I can use those on the garden bed as well.